A breakthrough in the hunt for violent agitators. The DOJ has officially identified a suspect accused of assaulting a federal officer during the recent anti-ICE demonstrations in Los Angeles. Attorney General Pam Bondi revealed on Hannity that the FBI has named Elpidio Reyna as the individual seen on video allegedly hurling rocks at federal officers in Paramount, California. This comes after the FBI offered a $50,000 reward for information leading to his arrest. Bondi issued a stern warning to violent demonstrators. "You can run, you can't hide. We are coming after you federally." She stressed that federal authorities will aggressively pursue anyone who assaults law enforcement, loots, or commits other crimes. Under the Hobbs Act, those who loot businesses in California could face up to 20 years in prison. And for those who dare to spit on federal officers? As President Trump said, "You spit, we hit," Bondi declared, warning of up to 5 years in federal prison. FBI Director Kash Patel reinforced this tough stance, stating, "If you assault a law enforcement officer, you're going to jail, period." He emphasized that regardless of background or cause, federal law enforcement will act if local jurisdictions falter. Reyna is now considered armed and dangerous as the hunt for this individual intensifies. The message from the Trump administration is crystal clear: law and order will be restored. The highly public feud between Donald Trump and Elon Musk just took an unexpected turn. What began as a media firestorm last week now appears to be softening, with Musk responding to a clip of Trump wishing him well with a single heart emoji. Trump, in a clip posted by conservative influencer ALX, stated, "We had a great relationship, and I wish him well, very well actually." This subtle olive branch from Trump was met with Musk's simple yet telling emoji on X. This apparent detente follows a week of public jabs. Musk had previously shown support for Trump's handling of the anti-ICE riots, reposting Trump's condemnation of troublemakers and insurrectionists in Los Angeles, and even sharing a post from Vice President J.D. Vance emphasizing decisive leadership against violence. Musk also seemed to acknowledge the recent character assassination he'd faced, humorously noting it was especially by me. The feud initially ignited over Trump's big, beautiful bill. Trump claimed Musk was very disappointed after EV incentives were cut, despite knowing the bill's contents beforehand. Trump even publicly stated he asked him to leave and took away his EV mandate, claiming Musk just went crazy. Musk, in turn, called Trump's assessment false and unleashed a barrage of criticisms, even making a now-deleted reference to Jeffrey Epstein, which many Republicans found went too far. He also claimed Trump wouldn't have won without his help, and even suggested impeaching Trump and replacing him with J.D. Vance. Despite the harsh words, Trump had maintained he wasn't interested in talking to Musk, stating Elon's totally lost it. Yet this recent exchange signals a potential de-escalation in what has been a remarkable public spat between two of the world's most prominent figures. A bold escalation in Los Angeles. A battalion of 500 U.S. Marines is mobilizing to the city, joining the 2,000 National Guardsmen already deployed to quell anti-ICE riots. Their mission: to protect federal property and personnel. While not tasked with law enforcement, the rules of engagement remain unclear if confronted by aggressive protesters. This move comes as President Trump expresses optimism that the situation is now very well under control, steering away from what he called a very bad situation. But this military deployment is already sparking outrage. California Governor Gavin Newsom has filed suit against the Trump administration, labeling the mobilization of Marines as unwarranted, uncalled for, and unprecedented. Newsom accuses Trump of trying to manufacture a crisis and hoping for chaos to justify more crackdowns. Trump, however, stands firm, issuing a stark warning to demonstrators. "If they spit, we will hit." He asserts that such disrespect will not be tolerated. This escalating military presence is set against a backdrop of ongoing protests that have devolved into violence, with vehicles charred and police headquarters damaged. The legal and political battle over federal power versus state sovereignty is reaching a critical boiling point in Los Angeles. A shocking turn in the ongoing debate over transgender athletes. Riley Gaines is speaking out after Olympic legend Simone Biles launched a personal attack against her last week on X. Biles, seemingly out of the blue, blasted Gaines as truly sick after Gaines criticized Minnesota softball officials for celebrating a state championship win involving a transgender player. But what happened next stunned Riley Gaines. Instead of the expected onslaught of hate, Gaines reveals the public's response against Biles has been overwhelmingly negative. Gaines stated on Clay and Buck that Biles is getting absolutely demolished across social media, to the point where Gaines almost feels bad for her. Gaines, on the other hand, reports receiving 0 negative comments herself following the interaction. She reiterated her stance, highlighting a recent spate of male-born athletes winning championships and taking spots from biological girls in states like Minnesota, California, and Oregon. Gaines points out the shifting public argument from "it doesn't happen" to "it's happening, but it's a good thing, and you're going to accept it, or else." Biles has remained silent since her initial post, leaving many to wonder how this public backlash will impact the decorated gymnast. This unexpected reaction reveals a powerful shift in the public conversation surrounding fairness in women's sports. A surprise announcement from Capitol Hill. House Homeland Security Committee Chairman Mark Green, a Republican from Tennessee, is set to retire from Congress early. Green revealed he's stepping down for an exciting opportunity in the private sector. But there's a specific timeline. He'll resign only after the House casts its final vote on President Trump's big, beautiful bill. Calling his service to Tennessee's 7th District the honor of a lifetime, Green highlighted his work passing tax cuts, securing the border with President Trump, and defending innocent life. He emphasized his pride in chairing the Homeland Security Committee and overseeing the impeachment of DHS Secretary Mayorkas. Interestingly, Green had planned to retire earlier, but stayed on to ensure Trump's border security measures made it through Congress. With that mission now complete, he's ready to transition. While his private sector destination remains unknown, his House seat is almost certain to stay in Republican hands, given the district's strong conservative lean. This unexpected departure comes as Republican leaders push to finalize Trump's massive agenda bill, which narrowly passed the House and is now being considered by the Senate. A special election will be held to replace the Army veteran, marking a new chapter for the influential committee chairman.